This happened at a Starbucks drive-thru that I go to pretty regularly. The line was absolutely insane that day. I'm talking wrapped around the building long. I had already been sitting there for a good 20 minutes, just slowly inching forward with everyone else. You know how it is. We're all just trying to get our coffee and get on with our day. So I'm finally getting closer to the ordering window when suddenly this lady in a fancy Mercedes comes flying up from the parking lot. She doesn't get in line like a normal person. Instead, she tries to squeeze her way in right in front of me, cutting off not just me but like 8 other cars that had been waiting patiently behind me. I immediately laid on my horn. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? I tried to block her from cutting in by pulling forward, but she was determined. She managed to squeeze her way into the line anyway, and then had the audacity to flip me off through her window. Like, somehow I was the problem here. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the type of person who just lets stuff like this slide. When someone is blatantly rude and disrespectful like that, especially when it affects other people too, I can't just pretend it didn't happen. So I decided she wasn't going to get away with it that easily. She pulled up to the ordering window, and as soon as I saw her start to lean toward the speaker to place her order, I honked my horn. Just one quick beep. She whipped around and gave me this absolutely dirty look, then stuck her middle finger up at me again. Well, I already had mine ready for her right back. Every single time she tried to start ordering, I would honk. Sometimes it was just a quick beep. Other times I'd lay on the horn for a good 3 or 4 seconds. She'd try to say something to the speaker, and honk. She'd pause and try again, and honk. The poor Starbucks employee was probably so confused about what was happening. This went on for several minutes. She kept turning around to glare at me and gesture angrily, and I just sat there with my hand ready on the horn. I could see she was getting more and more frustrated, which honestly felt pretty satisfying after the stunt she had pulled. Eventually, she gave up entirely. She threw her hands up in the air, yelled something I couldn't hear through our windows, and peeled out of the drive-thru line without ordering anything. As soon as she drove off, I stopped honking completely. The rest of us moved forward normally. I placed my order like nothing had happened, got my coffee, and went about my day. Look, I get that some people might think I took it too far. But I just can't stand people who think they're more important than everyone else and that the rules don't apply to them. She wasted 20 minutes of my time and everyone else's time by cutting in line and then acted like we were the jerks for being upset about it. I couldn't just let that behavior slide without any consequences. Maybe I could have handled it differently. But in the moment, it felt like the only way to make sure she didn't get rewarded for being so incredibly rude and entitled. She made the choice to cut in line and flip people off, so she had to deal with the consequences of that choice. Am I the asshole for this?